Yes. So, beta, in this lecture, we will discuss how to write data and method. One by one, we are going to discuss with students. So, for this class, we will discuss another student topic, and I will guide how to do how to write third chapter data and methods. Before that, just I will introduce some introduction of another student that will help. This introduction will help to write down data and methods. That is easy, no problem. Easily you can do. So here, the topic for the impact of urbanization and industrialization on the environment, an empirical study of Pakistan. I just highlighted the problems in the yellow color. So this this needs some questions. So first introduction, just I am giving you overview, not in detail. So first of all, she introduced she introduced the background of urbanization here. Later on, after the background, he put some historical work about urbanization, how how much in quantitative terms urbanization was occurred in Pakistan. Then she continued the introduction with the research problem. The impact of urbanization and industrialization on hydrosphere and water resources. In other words, the impact of urbanization and industrialization on CO2 emissions. So for Rida, we will introduce the same thing, just little change, the impact of fossil fuels consumption on CO2 emissions. Okay, the impact of fossil fuel consumption on CO2 emissions. The here the method is same, just variables are changed. यहाँ पे वेरिएबल कौन से हैं? Urbanization and impact of urbanization and industrialization on CO2 emissions. So here little different. Here the impact of what is the impact of fossil fuel on CO2 emission. CO2 emission basically, if CO2 emission is bad, it affects hydrosphere, right, and water. That is the problem. So this is your problem. You will mention here. Just follow how to introduce the problem. So here, so first we started with water quality, okay, because industrialization and urbanization affects water quality and the surface quality. Now, because due to industrialization and urbanization, water quality and soil quality is largely affected due to urbanization and industrialization. Water quality and soil quality qualities are largely affected. So, in your topic, here, Now I'm going to next. We just discuss in the perspective of urbanization. और उसका सारा काम urbanization पे है. Okay, okay, okay. I'll say, yeah, here, while in the process of industrialization, more effluent bearing heavy metal could cause degradation of surface quality. Here I will mention that the the most usage, the greater usage of fossil fuels in the industrialization. अब आपके इंडिपेंडेंट फैक्टर में यहाँ पे फॉसल फ्यूल कंजम्पशन है, वहाँ पे इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन भी आप ऐड करते हैं, कोई इशू नहीं होगा, इसमें भी ऐड किया. So in the process of industrialization, the greater usage of fossil fuels consumption results in higher CO2 emissions which degraded environmental quality. That is very important. जो आपने सोच करना है. इसने सारा फ्रेमवर्क किया है अर्बनाइजेशन के साथ, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन के साथ, अर्बनाइजेशन और इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन के साथ कैसे एनवायरनमेंट पोल्यूटेड होता है. एक यहाँ पे ड्रॉबैक है वो हम डिस्कस करेंगे इसी के साथ. यहाँ पे उसने वाटर क्वालिटी को तो डिस्कस कर लिए. यहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट था कि वो ये भी डिस्कस करते हैं हाउ इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन एंड urbanization affects CO2 emission. Water quality is largely affected by urbanization and industrialization, but industrialization and the greater usage of fossil fuels also greatly affects environment, also greatly increase CO2 emission. Higher CO2 emission consumption, higher CO2 emission mean bad environment quality. So in this research, we want to discuss that. How the greater usage of fossil fuel consumption, how the greater consumption of fossil fuels, industrialization causes higher CO2 emissions, and we want to estimate this research. She will estimate the impact of greater usage of fossil fuels and industrialization on CO2 emissions. Now, economic model इसका क्या होगा? CO2 emission depends upon industrialization, fossil fuels consumption, and some control variables like economic growth, like forest activities. 4 or 5 variables are okay. No need to take more than 5 variables. Okay, 5 variables. Now you have discussed as industrialization grows. You can mention here urbanization. Rita can mention here that urbanization leads to the higher rate of industrialization, And the greater portion of industrialization, the higher rate of industrialization leads to the greater usage of CO2 emissions, greater usage of fossil fuel consumption, which results in higher CO2 emissions. Okay, you can write in introduction. There can be other factors which can cause higher CO2 emissions. They are economic growth, and forest. So here, in this respect, economic growth, which is occurred through different sectors, agriculture sector, services sector, and industry sector. So most probably, higher economic growth leads to higher CO2 emissions. So in this respect, we want to estimate the impact of CO2, impact of economic growth and CO2 emissions. After estimation, this suggests that how economy can grow without CO2 emissions. अब इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में ज्यादा है इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की वजह से इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन की वजह से इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ ज्यादा हो रही है इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन की वजह से जहाँ पे इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ ज्यादा हो रही है वहां पे इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या हो रहा है इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की वजह से CO2 emission भी बढ़ रही है अब इसमें आप सजेशन दे सकते हैं कि हमें चाहिए कि हम इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन की बजाय सर्विस सेक्टर को ज्यादा इंक्रीज करें सर्विस सेक्टर को इंक्रीज करने का बेनिफिट क्या होगा कि इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ भी होगी CO2 emission नहीं होगी गेटिंग द पॉइंट उसके बाद आप नेक्स्ट आप ये भी बता सकते हैं instead okay in other words where these factors are negatively affecting environment these factors are causing higher CO2 emissions where forest activities can have a positive impact on CO2 emissions. You can write. Finally, your economic model क्या होगा? Your economic model is equal to your economic model is CO2 emission is a function of economic growth, industrialization, fossil fuel consumption, forest, population growth. Population growth भी कर सकते हैं as control variable. सभी वेरिएबल्स को वन बाय वन आप एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. This is your economic model. CO2 emission is a function of your first variable fossil fuel consumption, second variable forest, third variable population growth, fourth variable economic growth. That is okay enough. ये आपका मॉडल बन गया. Now the next question, how to estimate this model? We have to quantify the impact of independent variables on dependent variables. How much? Holding other factors constant. Keep in your mind. Holding other factors constant. Now you will understand the intensity of the impact of independent variables. कितना affect करते हैं जो वेरिएबल नेगेटिवली एनवायरनमेंट को कॉज करेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की वजह से फॉर एग्जांपल 1% इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की वजह से अगर CO2 emission 0.5% बढ़ जाती है, it means that is a very tragic situation. Like 100% economic growth से 50% CO2 emission बढ़ रही है. We need to control this CO2 emission by changing infrastructure of economic growth. अपनी इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ का बदलना है. आप यहाँ पे सजेस्ट करेंगे, रिजल्ट को देखकर आप बताएंगे कि अगर 1% इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की वजह से 0.5% CO2 इमिशन बढ़ रही है, मीन्स दैट इज सीरियस सिचुएशन। क्या आप सजेशन दे सकते हैं कि अब हमें इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन की बजाय सर्विसेज सेक्टर का शेयर बढ़ाना होगा? सर्विसेज सेक्टर का शेयर बढ़ाने से क्या होगा? इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर का शेयर कम होगा। सेक्टर इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर में ऐसे टूल्स इंस्ट्रूमेंट इंट्रोड्यूस करवाने होंगे जिसके साथ CO2 इमिशन कम हो। ओके, जिसको लीगलाइज करना पड़ेगा। द यूजेज ऑफ इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, CO2 emission controlling instruments will be implemented. Rules and laws regarding controlling CO2 emissions should be introduced and implemented in the society, the country level. CO2 emission कम करनी है। अब फॉरेस्ट का इम्पैक्ट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल पॉजिटिव बात है, फॉरेस्ट की बढ़ने की वजह से CO2 emission कम हो रही है। नेगेटिव आता है, नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट shows that government should government in you can specify the forestry sector of the provincial and the federal government to increase investment in forest sector in order to decrease CO2 emissions to improve environmental quality. Yeah, and the next one, okay, now you have to quantify the impact. अब आपको क्वांटिफाई करना है कि 5 या 4 इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को कितना इफेक्ट है। अब आपने क्वांटिफाई कैसे करना होगा? क्वांटिफाई करने के लिए डेफिनेटली यू नीड डाटा। फॉर एग्जांपल 2 + 2 4, इट मीन पहले हमारे पास 2 का डाटा भी गिवन था, सेकंड 2 का डाटा गिवन था, ऐड किया तो 5 हमें मिला। सिमिलरली you have to take data from WDI and from other sources. This is very important. You have to take data. Okay. In the last session, we have discussed about the data. डाटा किसके बारे में लेना है? वो सारे वेरिएबल्स जो हमने मॉडल में लिए थे, वो सारे के सारे हमने एक्सप्लेन करने, उनका डाटा लेना है। फर्स्ट ऑफ नेक्स्ट ऑफ यू विल राइट डाउन द डाटा। So you will write down, we collected data for this research. We collected data from WDI for all variables. One by one आप सारे वेरिएबल का डाटा आपने कहाँ से कलेक्ट किया? वही। I think the same data you can use. Which one I did select for little change you can make. That is social phenomenon. Only one. Other variables are same. Okay, you can take. If you need some understanding about collecting data, again I'm going for your better understanding. WDI source. Again I'm going to share this link. I will share later. I did a copy and I will paste for you in the end of lecture. So we will take the data from this source. There are other sources for the search purpose, for the estimation procedure. But we mostly follow this source because that's very static source. World Development Indicator that is introduced by World Bank. That is the most suitable source. One by one, you have to see it. You have to add country first. Again, I'm saying, add country. Search Pakistan. Then select Pakistan. Selected Pakistan. G. Then add time period. 25 years. Click here. Loading. $25 years. Okay, available 60-year data, you have to select here 25 years. Maybe some problem in the site. We can do later again. So you will take data, add time, 25 years selector. So please सभी लोग इसको कंसंट्रेशन दें प्लीज. Then you add country here, Pakistan, select and close. Now one by one you have to go to series, add series. You select series. Like I am going to select for Hida. For your better understanding. Here I will say CO2. Beta CO2, this one is a CO2 mission. Here you can see here CO2 in different forms. CO2 emission from gases, CO2 emission from fossil fuels, from liquid fossil fuel consumption. Metric ton per capita. आप 2 मेजर ले लें CO2 के, अच्छे होते हैं. समटाइम्स रिजल्ट अच्छे नहीं आते तो आप चेंज कर सकते हैं रिजल्ट इंप्रूव करने के लिए. So we have done CO2 from from here. Okay. Okay, the next variable is the fossil fuels. Fossil fuel energy consumption is here. We have done. The next one is economic growth. So you can see here economic growth. GDP growth. Okay, is okay. The next one is forest. Forest area, agriculture forest. You can see here which is a suitable forest area percentage of land area. You can see both forest area. The next one is okay. Next one is fossil fuel. This is okay. I will say industrial industrialization. Industrialization. Industry. Industry value added. You can take percentage growth, industry value addition. That is okay. You can take population growth. Okay, you will say population. You will search here population age is population one by one. Here you will find all data, population total. Okay, so urban population growth is here. It's okay. You can take urban population growth just for you. For urbanization, this is okay. But you can search population growth is here. I will okay. I will do for you. Okay, now I'm going to stop here. So we have done with the data collection. So later we will do some analysis. I will try in the next class to estimate our economic models. So then we will conclude results for all students. So uh, here I